We will just start with the upper match for now between Pixel Andy and Bergtroll. And I get a thumbs up from Shuichi. Thank you, Shuichi, for reffing this. And we're getting for this matchup, and maybe you can have the honor to count down.
I love counting.
This.
So,
okay, crowd, let's go and get this match started. Pixel Andy versus Bergtroll in
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Tetris.
All right, same pieces confirmed. Different stacks already.
Yeah, Pixel Andy prepared at the beginning the J-tuck at the right side. That was definitely interesting, and it led to both having, like, you can have so many different solutions to the same piece set, and mostly it works out for everyone.
Yeah, what's that saying about cats and, you know?
Okay, Pixel Andy now, our #1 seed with his first match experience at CTWC DAS. There's one simul Tetris. Bergtroll apparently right now in the one Tetris lead almost. 70,000 playing 49. There's one more for Bergtroll. And one for Pixel Andy.
Yeah, so this is Andy's first match of the tournament in bracket play.
Yeah, so when you got to top 16 in the qualification rounds, you got a bye to day 2, and if you're top 8, you even got a bye to a bit later start today. Like whoever got to top 8 could sleep a little bit longer today.
Yeah, so I mean, it's perfect for, you know, dealing with jet lag. You had the whole day if you did, you know, qualified that high, like Andy. You know, he was able to take advantage of that and be prepared for this. But you know, Bergtroll's had some games, you know, being seed 17, they had to kind of claw their way to today, and so maybe they have, you know, more reps in on some matches. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, Bergtroll saw the Tetris bar coming and then adjusted the piece in a weird way to just claim the Tetris, but that resulted in a few burns. But now it's perfectly fine. And it's now like L-dependent on the left, but gets the L instantly, so no problem.
It's like yeah, you risk it there for, you know, take the Tetris now. Got a small lead, so taking a few burns.
Ooh, Andy with an unfortunate stack situation. There's a Tetris to relieve a bit of pressure, but this will require some love.
It gets the nice long bar to fill out that left side.
Nice flat burn by the T.
Okay, that's
Let's see if he can get out of this efficiently. It's not a matter of if he manages to get out of this, but how efficiently does he do.
You can see that he was trying to put the long bar over there, but to create a J shape dependency, but he didn't see it coming, so he moved the long bar back because the J wasn't next.
So it's 190 for Pixel Andy, 286 for Bergtroll. Now in a commanding 4 Tetris lead.
We got a reverse staircase from Bergtroll there.
Waiting for a bar to... I had to close the well now with the L piece, but is now Tetris ready. Gets it after a double burn. Tetris for Andy, 236, playing 314. Over 3 Tetris is the lead.
Andy's got the stack back in order. Just never like that chasm in the middle there, but yeah, gets the right piece.
Especially when you're dependent on one of those SZ pieces.
Yeah. That's at that T-spin. Just to flatten out the stack in the middle there, which was an excellent move.
And now Andy's in the zone, getting a couple Tetrises back to back. Nice back at the bottom with the stack. Bergtroll establishing the Tetris well still. Waiting for something to burn, now burns the J.
Andy stacking a little aggressively here, trying to get back in the you know, scoring close to Bergtroll.
But apparently we're in a drought situation here. The drought counter is ticking over 25 now. Pixel Andy with the bar and the Tetris. There's one for Bergtroll, 394. Still up by over 2 Tetris. There's another Tetris. At pretty much the same line count, we have a 3 Tetris difference between the 2 players.
Yeah, people like to call this the turn, right? And some people don't like that. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I have actually no But we're approaching the transition, and since to get a max out, you have to be really good on post 19. I assume that whoever makes the most maxes can do on 19 pretty well, and that's why I assume that Pixel Andy's 19 will be phenomenal here, and I'm curious to see what he can do. And if Bergtroll manages to clinch out a good lead to overcome the sheer power on 19 plus.
Yeah, Bergtroll's right where he wants to be right now. You know, a couple Tetris's lead, you know, gives him some opportunity to you know, take some burns if he needs them, and still stay right there. Stay in the lead, or, you know, stay safe, you know.
Yeah, so Bergtroll locks in the 500k transition now. There's another Tetris going to 536. And he will transition slightly below 500,000.
Andy opted to take the Tetris there over the S flat because the long bar was next. Just burned it out real quickly. So, excellent move. And here we go into transition for Andy with a 480.
484 playing 560 in the transition. Let's see who can manage the speed better. There's one Tetris already for Andy, 509. And as Bergtroll, you probably know that you may not let your guard down when you go to 19 speeds, especially when you play against a top player like Andy. We'll just start piling 19 Tetrises on you like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, here we go.
539 now.
3 is now 2 Tetris lead.
Yeah, Bergtroll is ready still. And there's the bar for the Tetris. 618, 546 for Andy on level 21 and 20 respectively.
Andy has a hole in his stack right now, so we'll see if he burns it down or plays aggressive here. Still a lot of time on 29 or 19 speeds.
553 now. Pixel Andy taking those singles and doubles to burn it back down and establishing now the well back again. Is Tetris ready? Level 22.
We're trolling a little trouble here, so this is Andy's time to catch up.
Yeah, those are some alternating burns here, and without an LJ, this might be over for Bergtroll. Yeah, the left side looks really inaccessible for Bergtroll, and that's the top out at 654. Andy, you need 655 to take the match. 655. It's 2 Tetrises and change. Oh, apparently it's 2 Tetrises now since the next one is 24. There's one.
Being a good sport, you know, he easily could line this out, but he's setting up for Tetrises.
And there's already the second Tetris and the round number 1 against Bergtroll.
Yeah. It's like Andy knows we're on like a time crunch, right? And he's just like, I'll just do it in 2 Tetrises rather than line out for 10 levels, you know? So, thank you, Andy. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris! Good to see Mark walk by there, you know?
Hi, Mark.
The handsome devil.
Off we go to this next round of matches. Well, Bergtroll, I don't know if he decided not to spin that S piece, but whatever he decided or not decided on, that resulted in a couple burns. On the other hand, Andy could use the first bar for a Tetris. There's another one. So Andy already up a Tetris very early on. And Robin early on in a bit of trouble, burning on a bit higher. And Gold already in with 3 Tetrises. The well's finally open for Robin for a dirty Tetris, row 4, and there it is, the bar for Robin, 51.
Yeah, that's how you want to burn down, you know.
The J dependency for Robin is open on the left side, waiting for a J, there it is, finally. The bar unfortunately cannot be used for a Tetris yet. The T is good, on the other hand, to establish the Tetris one. There it is, 79,000, 1 Tetris for Gold, 117. Currently in the lead by 1.5 Tetris.
Yeah, top are really close. You know, pretty much neck and neck, right?
Yeah, just 1 Tetris apart so far. Both stacks are looking very good. And I'd say that this early burning from Bergtroll is what made this difference so far.
Yeah, he's behind 1 Tetris. You know, if you look at the line count, pretty the same.
Yeah, 152 for Andy, and make it 174, playing 134.
Yeah, Bergtroll doing some stack maintenance there to reset the parity.
You just take the safe burns and don't ruin your stack. That's probably the way to go, especially if you want to survive as long as possible.
Days, you know.
Stay efficient. There's a Tetris for Robin at the bottom, 174. Gold with a hole in column 6. Looks for a way to maybe reach it soonly. Doesn't get quite there yet.
Some nice pieces.
He's looking for an O piece. Does get it one piece too late though.
Here's some squares that you wanted, right? Yeah.
And the S piece is not good either. And this means even more burning for gold to do, and the chance for Robin to build up a lead here.
Gold's getting out of still that hole at the bottom, so we'll see if he decides to play one up.
Yeah, that's a triple, so probably put the bar in column 9 and Hail Mary the Tetris, and there it is. Dirty Tetris for gold, 232.
Yeah. And he's preparing, yeah, just clean it back down. Maybe we're going center wheel here, we don't know. But yeah, best to just reset and keep it tight, keep it right, you know.
Yeah, 300,000 right now on top for Andy, 297 for the Berg Troll. And both are still in with nice stacks. Some nice stack. Okay, interesting sequence for Berg Troll there. Didn't expect to turn it out in that way, but definitely do in a nice J spin. And there's another Tetris for Berg Troll. 323 playing 347, still down 1 Tetris.
Yeah, Golden, you know, didn't go for the dirty Tetris center well. Just bringing it back down. So that's given Robin a chance to take a bit of a lead.
There's another Tetris for Robin, 374, playing 310. Gold didn't like the piece sequence that much in this round 1, but who knows? It's still early days in level 18, so maybe they'll turn up in the post 19.
Yeah, the thing is, he's not far behind either, so.
Yeah, 2 Tetris is definitely something you can overcome later. And even line advantage, like 5 lines, this is 1 Tetris, and yeah, it's just 1.5 Tetris if you assume that the lines are Tetrises.
True, yeah. And as you know later too, the points go up.
But let's have a look at the top, because Andy is now on a banger game here. 484 at 103. Another Tetris, make it 506. Still left with 6 Tetrises to go, make it 5 though. Virtual, on the other hand, is also in a good game, which is 423, but that is down 90k in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, anyone would take that game at home, you know, 446 at 112 lines, you know, that's like, you know, right at the 500k, 500 and above transition score. So, right where you want to be to max out.
Yeah, Andy builds up the left side because the transition is appearing soon, and you want to not stack, not have to stack to the left when you're on 19 speed, because the left is tougher to reach than the right. At the bottom, we are approaching transition as well. We'll have 4 transitions, and the first one to transition is Robin at 506. Gold has 2 more Tetris opportunities before going into level 19, and Robin fixed her stack and goes back to clean
just
state.
Burn it down, reboot.
Andy with a 600 transition on top, Bergthor 520, Gold 512. Everyone is on level 19 speeds now.
I think, yeah, Andy played, what, 6 games in quals yesterday and maxed out 5 of them and had a 986 or something. So
near perfect qualification round. That's definitely something you have to look out for. Gold topped out just instantly on level 19 speeds. And this means Robin takes round 1 on this one. GG's.
Yeah, Gold was about 10 lines behind, so that was actually a closer game at the bottom than we thought it was.
Meanwhile, at the top, Bergthor had to dash over a long bar to the left. Managed to do so, but is still digging. Nice long bar in the middle. Does get the bar over.
Andy with a, perfect stack.
Nice.
Just waiting on that J.
Nice pieces for Oh, nice last decision there, but I don't know if this will help in the long run. Now dependent on a J piece, Bergthor waiting for the efficient pieces here. There's the S piece.
Yeah,
and
Virtual
we'll still
needs
need to burn 4 lines in that.
Yeah, he really needs to get out of this and start Tetrising because Andy is taking a commanding lead here, and so it's time to step on the gas. But you know, you still want to stay alive. So
Andy with 800,000 on level 23.
Insane.
Bergtroll also has a really solid game going, but you're just down 200,000 on a solid game against Andy.
Just gotta play your game, you know.
Yeah, just keep focused. Just focus on your game.
It gets 2 J pieces that had nowhere to really go.
And the Z piece was also not good, and the top out
there.
at 618. And Andy is good for round 2 and goes up 2-0. GG's.
I think that had to be like 1.253 space there, so for Andy. So that's a Bergtroll's definitely got his work cut out for him. So on the bottom here we have Robin with about double gold score.
99k for Robin and 36 for gold.
Robin has 3 of the 9s. Now we need the 3 other ones in different places, though. Oh, we're good on match 2 with Andy versus Bergtroll. Are you ready to count them down?
Yeah, sure. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Nice dirty Tetris there by Robin. I saw that. And now the stack suddenly is fixed and back in column 10. She's just shaking her head. Like, what the hell did I do there?
Sometimes the game provides, you know?
Yeah, of course. Sometimes the game delivers.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you want to support this nice gameplay, like get some pocket money for those players, we have this nice little blue bar at the bottom right.
Yeah, what does that mean?
That means that we are currently having $2,500 in the prize pool for the CTWC Dash. So if you want to contribute to it, just type down !Match Arena in the chat and help us to raise that number, which is written on the blue bar. And every money goes to the player. Every cent goes to the players.
Yeah, I mean, these players are out here, being pro gamers, and they deserve it. So the higher we get, I don't know how it works, but I assume more players get money, the more we get. So I don't know what there's some kind of goal or anything like that. Is there a goal?
There's one on stage, and he's fighting for his life right now.
Yeah.
That's a good transition back to him. This is a tough dig to which is having right now. Nice burns here, waiting for the correct pieces. Just not be too quick with placements.
Here we
and
are,
the long bar opens up the right side, and we're waiting for a bar. Unfortunately, this made Robin, unfortunately for him, but for Robin, it's phenomenal to have a over 7 Tetris lead.
Yeah, this early in the game, 70 lines in.
Okay, apparently we're having a zoom in on the name Gold.
I love gold.
Beautiful. And that is not gold. That is gold.
Where is he? Let's find him. Oh, there he is.
Very comfy in the chair.
Yeah. The chairs are really wonderful here. Nice, and you can choose how reclined you want to be.
Oh, misdrop for Bergtroll with the S piece in the upper match. This will definitely require some burning. An L piece would be phenomenal in this situation.
Take the long bar to start. Yeah, now.
Doesn't get the L piece yet.
Put the T in there and continue the dig. Andy just playing clean and smooth. What happened there? We don't know. Andy was a bit shocked.
Yeah, 180 for Andy right now, 125 for Bergtroll. Oh, nice skim by Bergtroll, and the perfect L piece finally shows
gets
up.
that L, yeah.
And now it's open up again and ready to strike a Tetris. Where it is. There it is finally for Bergtroll, 156. One for Andy, 206.
Yeah, fortunately for Bergtroll, Andy had to do a couple burns there from misdrop.
At the bottom, Robin skipping off the Tetris opportunity by maintaining stack health. And there's the second bar to score the Tetris and maintaining the 7 Tetris lead.
Yeah, I mean, you got that 7 Tetris lead, you keep the stack healthy. Why not, right?
And Robin on the way to score herself a 600k transition. Taking the safe double burn here.
Yeah, now 8 Tetris lead.
That's definitely
close
something.
to transition.
550 for Robin, 356 for Gold. On top we have 280 for Andy and 231 now for Bergtroll. Pretty much at the same line count.
Boom Tetris for Bergtroll.
And we're close to transition at the bottom. Robin trying to establish a good Tetris setup, but needs an L piece here, gets the L piece.
We're experiencing a drought here, so yeah. On the bottom, 20 pieces, okay. Not too bad.
One more bar, and there we go. We send Robin over to transition with 600 flat. And 429 for Gold at the transition. The deficit is still over 6 Tetrises. Make it 5 with this one, but Robin strikes back, 632.
Yeah, Robin, or Gold is coming back here, but too long.
But no, a double long bar dependent is definitely needing, but doesn't get neither of the long bars. That's a triple for now, but this required definitely more than some love. But it requires a miracle rather, and he doesn't get it, and tops out at 461. Robin with 640, already good for game number 2, GG's.
I think Gold knew he had to go for it there, because he was, 8 Tetrises behind, right? So.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to go all in if you want to have a chance in the game. And now, Bergtroll hanging a T-piece. This will definitely destroy more score opportunities for him. And Andy will relentlessly use this to establish an even further lead than already. He's at 3 Tetrises in the lead right now. 433, playing 343. We're preparing ourselves for the transition on top, and we're ready to start the bottom match, game number 2. Game number 3, I'm sorry.
Game 3, yeah, Robin versus Gold here.
Let's start for the 2 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And on top, we're on level 19 speeds, 467, playing 373, a deficit of almost 4 Tetrises.
Andy getting some complications here. Getting decent pieces to get out of this. Nice long bar flat. Still has a hole in the stack.
Oh, but Bergtroll, on the other hand, this is looking very rough, and...
Oh, he lost gas there, so that long bar couldn't go over, and then,
he was close to burning the single there, but just didn't get to place it correctly, and tops out at 378, and Pixel Andy sweeps Bergtroll to secure himself a spot in the next round.
Yeah, he wins his first match, so, all that sleep paid off, right? So.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe some comfy pillow was the reason for this.
I hope so. Do we have a pillow sponsor yet?
No, we don't.
Oh,
maybe you could organize one. Maybe
I will try.
Maybe some Tetris pillows or something like that. You can collect them all, like all 7 pieces on the couch.
Yeah, pillow RNG or something like that.
And this means we are left with 1 match right now. Robin in the lead by 2. And is looking to close out the sweep, but Gold doing his best to not let this happen.
Yeah, Gold's stacking up high. He needs to get these Tetrises, wants to cut the lead down. Gold has to win this game to stay in the winner's bracket, so.
I like the adjustment with the L piece for the next long bar, so he intentionally set up that line dependency to make it fit better later. And right now we have anyways a lead for Robin, 1.5 Tetrises, but Gold strikes back with 191. There's 1 Tetris for Robin, 231. And the winner of this will play Andy in the next round.
All right, so we're going to get a hype matchup no matter what here.
It's the Tetris for Robin, 253, like 216.
Yeah, Robin on an incredible pace here.
Oh yeah, 276 at 52. That's definitely...
That's not too many burn lines at all, so... Golds definitely has his work cut out for him.
And now we're experiencing a drought here for both players. But the well is open still for Robin. There's the Tetris, 300,059 lines. Gold is looking for a J piece to tuck it in. Is does the S-spin instead. That also works.
I love a good spin, you know.
You rather do the tuck or the spin?
Oh, I mean, for not burning lines, you'd rather do the tuck, but I love seeing the spins.
The spins are definitely the ones with more style points.
Yeah, we should have some kind of style point meter or something that you can build up, and then you can press a button and get a long bar or something.
That's actually on the original PAL version, I think. You could press select for extra 10k points. Not a long bar, but 10k points.
Oh, so you could get like style points, like we could.
Basically. But right
maybe
now,
us commentators could add style points by clicking buttons, you know?
Yeah, maybe we need something like that on the board. But right now, both of the players are on the board with 365 and 302. And Robin currently in the lead by over 2 Tetrises, almost 3. We're approaching the 100-line mark in this round 3 of the games. And after this, we will have on this stage, if I'm not mistaken, we'll have Leo, Schnecker, Blue Scooty, and Alex H.
Oh, yeah. Schnecker, a fan favorite, you know? So we have right now Tetris lead now. Gold's clawing back here.
418 playing 394. It became a close matchup. They're only 1 Tetris apart now, so it's far from over.
Oh yeah, Gold needs to win this one to stay alive here in the upper bracket. So he knows what he has to do.
There's another Tetris for Robin, 486. Still in the maintaining the 1 Tetris lead, but Robin has an extra line to burn.
Great adjustment there for the
So
L.
this means 1 more Tetris opportunity. Yeah, there's the 1 burned line, and it means 1 less Tetris.
It's a true lead of just 1 Tetris, so this is real close.
Yeah, we're preparing for the 19 transition. The stack of Robins is a bit higher. Trying to spam the left side.
Oh,
now J dependent gets the bar.
Sure terror there on Robin's face, that high up, right by transition.
Oh no.
You don't want to be stuck like this.
5 lines to go, 4 lines, 3 lines to go. Oh no, the O piece is such a bad timing. Those are just the wrong pieces. And maybe now get a bar.
Well's
relieve
open.
a bit of pressure.
Needs the bar.
Oh,
no.
and the top out at 519. And Gold is already good. And takes 1 back. And now
Gold's
it's 2 to 1.
doing his job, Look at that. It looks like a nasty drought forming right at the beginning there anyway, so.
But this means Gold still is not out and maybe started the reverse sweep here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I just see on the other stream, which is on Classic Tetris 2, if you want to watch simultaneously, we have Jesper playing against Adam MTS.
That's the hip new channel,
It's new?
No.
No, it's not.
But MTV2 had that slogan or something like that.
And apparently it's right now 2 to 1 for Adam. So if you want to check this out, just make an extra tab. Keep the stream running and do an extra tab.
Don't leave us.
And check it out.
Now we're just waiting on readies. Some players are breathing, in between matches. Okay, we got the thumbs up.
Then let's go and make a countdown.
All right.
Here in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
All right. Same pieces confirmed. Here we go. Gold with the first line.
Yeah, the S piece is not great for the stack state of Golds. But Robin managed to score a Tetris off the
were a little
pieces.
different, so.
Yeah, Robin apparently managed to score a Tetris off the first few pieces and scores another. But Gold could also use that long bar. So no burns whatsoever so far. And whoever wins this battle will face Pixel Andy in the top 8 upper bracket. top 8. There's another Tetris. Very clean start here from Robin. Just one burned line.
Yeah, that's efficient. Okay, gets the long bar and makes the adjustment the square to accommodate that. As we saw last game, Robin had nearly perfect Tetris rate. So
yeah, definitely. Maybe looking forward to do another sequence of good Tetrising. Nice back-to-back J-Tux here to just fix the stack in just one burn line, and there's the Tetris for Robin. 184 to 185. Gold could capitalize on that burns and is now neck and neck with Robin.
yeah, we get that nasty S that we don't need.
Yeah, 230 now for Robin. 210. Both that early in the game, maintaining very, very good Tetris rates, very high scores that early in the game, but it's not about how good your rate is early in the game. You need to maintain it over the course till the end to score that max outs at 1.1s and 1.2s.
No, anyone can do something once. You do it, I think it's like 40 Tetrises to get a max out or something like that total.
42 or something like I'm not sure exactly.
Something like that.
Right now it's a 3/4 of a Tetris lead for Robin at pretty much the same line count. But there's
series of tucks there for Robin. Gold doing some burning, so yeah, gonna drop down a little bit more in the pace.
Yeah, 246, playing 306 right now. But the stacks are looking nice again. There's the Tetris, 269. Hey now, playing 329 from Robin. Maintaining that very, very high Tetris rate. There's another.
Also maintaining, that great posture this whole time.
Yeah, this is just the chilling mode, If you do the Tetrises in a more comfortable position, you can enjoy the Tetris experience even more.
Yeah. Maybe next year we'll have hammocks for everyone or something like that,
Or the beanbags.
Oh yeah, you get the beanbags on there, yeah.
CTWC beanbag edition.
No, I think beanbags might be one of the worst inventions by humankind. So, definitely on the list.
402 right now for Robin. There's another, and 342 for Gold. Gold being a bit high up, very, very confident on getting the long bar very soon. But the drought counter is ticking, and there's the long bar when the well's closed. A classic.
Classic, like when you want.
And suddenly
when your friend
Robin has
just
the 4
shows
Tetris
up
lead.
and you didn't want them to come over, right? It's like, oh, the house isn't clean yet,
Or the one friend at the party that you didn't invite and want, because you want all the beer for yourself.
Yeah, like this is awkward now, yeah.
Okay, we have Robin at almost 500,000 with a lot of Tetrises to go in this 18 speed. There's one 519. Without a burn, we could see at a over 650 transition here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and Gold's playing great. It's just Robin's playing slightly better,
And reminder that this is at least in the upper bracket, a do or die game for Gold. If he
Gold
wants
needs
to
this one
stay
to
alive.
stay in the upper bracket, which,
is definitely an advantage.
Yeah, you don't want to, save that for as long as you can. That that one loss, right? But Gold's playing great, and
there's another Tetris. We'll probably lock in the 500k transition very soon. There's a Tetris for Robin, still 2 to go. The runway is calling over 600,000. Taking the triple pretty safely here, just waiting for a bar. And there's the over 600k transition for Robin,
wow.
618. Gold in with 521, and off we go to 19 speeds.
Gold playing aggressive, knows he has to. Gets the long bar, but
Ooh, the T placement for gold. This will result in a lot of burning. Let's see if he can build around this. The O piece is perfect. Maybe a bar for column 3. Decides to plug another piece in there. And that's a nice split double. Will take off some pressure off the stack.
Yeah, I love that's like a matrix burn, you know?
Now, gold is looking for a way down there. Looking for a piece to tuck there. It was the J.
Yeah, gold hanging in there, you know, just 100K back.
Bar is good.
Could have set up 30, but, you know, respects RNG and decides to, you know, burn it down.
And gold is clean again and can try to start stacking for Tetrises. And he needs to because he's down by 4 Tetrises.
Yeah,
Robin
I mean,
is at 689, 572 for gold right now. But gold just cannot get Tetris ready. Now finally the well is open and gets the bar, 603. Down by over 100,000. There's a Tetris for Robin, 745 at level 22.
And Robin slowly building this lead as gold, you know.
Okay, there's one Tetris. That's a very good game from Robin. There's a Tetris for gold, 635. It's not over just yet, but it's looking very, very hard to catch this up. There's another Tetris. Robin at 800 at 23. We'll transition to 24 with the next burn line. There it is. And another Tetris right behind, 838, playing 696. Gold with a long bar dependency on column 1. Gets the bar over. And is now setting up the Tetris. Not quite ready yet. Waiting for an O piece to set up. There it is, finally. 844 on the other hand for Robin. Both on level 25. The Tetris finally for gold, 733. Robin wants to open up this one Mino on the bottom right. Manages to plug in a T and score the Tetris right afterwards. And we're 3 Tetris and a bit away for Robin.
Robin making it look nice and easy, you know? Gold's got his work cut out for him here. With 3 levels left and down 150.
Yeah, it's still over 100,000 down, and this looks harder and harder. He basically needs to Robin to top out now, and since it's not looking like she would do this, she is now 1 Tetris away from the max out, and it would be the first comp max we've seen on the stream today.
Let's see it.
And there it is, the max out for Robin.
Boom, max
on level
out.
27 and into instant misdrops. And gold at the same time tops out at 839. And Robin is good. She may play this out. Nice burn she found there. Maybe a bar. Can we have a bar, please? A bar down the middle, please. And she does get it and tops out at A19. And manages the victory over
GG's.
Username gold.
And then, yeah, gold's still alive, though, so don't, all those gold fans out there, don't worry.
Gold is not out yet. The classic, it's just, when you're losing in the upper bracket, you're not out yet.
There we go, there's our view of the players.
Okay, I was so confused. Maybe they're just having some fun stuff happening here on the CT1. But yeah, no, it makes sense to go to like 4 players because you have still so much happening. You saw the whole schedule. It's jam-packed. 123 matches, so much Tetris action here.
Indeed, it is both the joy and the stress of running such a large, flat, double elimination bracket. There is a lot to keep track of, a lot to schedule. I know there was even concern over whether Pixel Andy would get here in time this morning. So many players to wrangle, but Andy did show up on time.
Yeah, I mean, we had a few players where we were like, are they gonna make it on time? Like Alex, for example, was a few minutes delayed, but all made it on time.
So now, are these matches already underway? I would assume so. Normally players don't warm up on 18.
Actually, depends. Some do like to warm up on 18. But yeah, it looks like the matches have already started here. So we have Jesper versus Adam and Joji versus Tim. As you see, the $2,500 prize pool. Overnight, Scott donated $2,000, which is insane.
Yeah, thank you so much to Scott Gray yet again, and to all of our donors as the prize pool hopefully continues to grow over this weekend. Because we have so many players coming out now, and the really great opportunity of these prize pools is they do allow the players to attend more events. As we had with Jonas Cup, it allowed 4 top Americans to make it out here this year. And I know that players want to continue going out. I've heard that Gio actually might be coming to Jonas Cup this year.
I hope so. He's an amazing player, and I hope that he will have the opportunity to get to the Jonas Cup. Talk about these amazing players. We can see already some, tucks and all of that stuff that you need to play proper Tetris worlds. Also the first droughts now, over 20 pieces already here on Adam's and Jesper's side. And we have the next Tetris going in. Jesper needs to clean up that small hole here. And in general, nice clean games here.
Yeah, these are all premium players here on screen. We're expecting to see incredible matches from this point on in the tournament.
The last 8 players joined were, of course, Andy, Fractal, Leo, Joji, Jesper, Scooty, Tugi, and Robin.
And a perfect clear for Giovanni there. What a fun move to do in Tetris. Unfortunately, in this version, it doesn't mean any extra points, but it's still one of the flashiest moves you can do.
And it's more important than points. It intimidates the opponent, because now Tim knows that Joji can do them, and he knows, okay, so he's gonna stack perfect, he's gonna do like no issues, no errors, just clean, and he has to do his best as well. Here we can see like these players be pretty close commenting points. Half a Tetris lead for Joji and a Tetris lead here for Adam.
A simul Tetris for our players at the bottom. Yeah, these phases are all very good. These players have all gotten off to a great start and not gotten into much trouble at all so far. This is, of course, level 18, so the players are expected to be able to cruise at the beginning and hopefully show off their stacking skills to build up a solid transition score, at which point the game becomes much more difficult, especially for Das.
So 18 is basically where these players try to get to like 70-80% Tetris rates, so DS was a bit behind that, so that they can still play a bit aggressive on 19, but they don't have to risk everything.
So Tim here is battling a bit of an overhang. He's not going to be able to score Tetrises for a bit, just trying to get this board back under control, and does not put the long bar over to the right and manages to get the clear he was looking for. Now is one more overhang and gets the Tetris. Tetris for Tim, just back 1.5 Tetrises from last year's runner-up.
And it's neck and neck currently between Jesper and Adam, but Adam has a bit of a dirty board here. That means Jesper should be able to get ahead here, unless Adam could try to go for a dirty Tetris. Is he? He is set up. Oh, he didn't adjust for the dirty Tetris.
Yeah, I know Adam qualified a little bit lower than expected for a former CTWC DAS champ. And it means that he's facing some top players very early on. Now, Jasper was a bit shocked that he'd have to face Adam in this round. But he said it's an opportunity to avenge his last year's loss at Adam's hands. So it should be a great match. And meanwhile, 666 Tim is fighting for his life at the bottom. And this is going to take perfect pieces to get out of.
Nice. Oh, that L placement was... I would have taken the burn, all I'm gonna say, but Tim didn't, topped out, and Joji takes game number 1 before the transition, which means you can focus on one transition only, or I guess one match transitioning, and don't have to switch between both of them here.
Yeah, and both players in a little bit of traffic here up at the top. Jesper has that hole in his stack and is gonna block his board right before transition. He needs to get this open quick.
He's high, but he has a generally good board. There's not that much trouble in his board, yeah.
Okay, he's gonna get it open, but that's a high bar and he has no burn options.
Yep.
And he gets the long bar just in time. Edge of death for Jesper there.
Yeah, well done. So Jesper now ahead of Adam, both players clean. Transition luckily survived here by both players, and they're now pushing each other here on 19. Jesper said, as I said, 1.5 Tetrises. So Adam needs to find a way to get ahead of Jesper here. Of course, the bottom match has also started. So Jesper having some trouble again in his stack, much easier to handle than what he had before, but this could allow Adam to get ahead of Jesper and put some pressure here on Jesper.
Yeah, so still very close, less than a Tetris apart. Jesper just trying to get this Board in a Tetris-ready position, which he now has, just waiting for the Tetris, takes a skim. Board is starting to split up, but does get the Tetris in time, is going to be able to stabilize things now. Just going to take some burns. And now it is continuing to get closer and closer. Just a 10,000 point difference. And
The bottom match is being pretty close here currently. Half a single difference only. So neck and neck. You can see 73, 64% Tetris rate here. Only 20 some change pieces in. Tim needs to win a few lines, so Georgie can get the small lead in. While at the top, Algeria dependency filled in for Jesper. Adam needs to win a few lines. A Tetris and some change lead here for Jesper. Next Tetris going to Adam. Now at the same lines and less than half a Tetris lead here for Jesper. Jesper closing the world here for a double. This could be maybe an opportunity for Adam. No, okay, Adam also needs to burn a double here. Oh, these small skims here, they just add up over time.
yeah, this is very close. Gonna be a real exciting finish here. Jesper gets the Tetris. Nice adjustment there to maintain his Tetris readiness when the long bar came. And Adam not too far behind, just 7,000 points. It could come down to the final Tetris.
Yeah, earlier we had Alp versus Meme. The difference between Alp winning game 2 or not was a double.
Yes, he did not know that he only needed a double to win. Oh, and Adam's in big trouble right now. Gonna need an emergency long bar quick. Has no other options to burn, and it looks like that's gonna be it. Jesper's gonna take the game.
That's the 1-0 here for Jesper. Close to the transition, so I'm gonna guess he's just mullining until the end to get a bit of...
To increase his stats.
increase the stats, good point.
Although, yeah, he's not able to get too much right here because his board's pretty dirty, so it's a very minor mullen.
Yeah, it was like level 27 when he chopped out, so just trying to get the percentage to level 29 as high as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the bottom match between Georgie and Tim. Georgie currently has a 6 Tetris lead here, so this is going to be an uphill battle for Tim. And both players are at 69 lines. Nice. Okay, so upper match, top match should start game number 2 soon. Small drought building up here for Tim. Only 17 pieces, so something these players are just used to.
So Gio with an enormous lead. What we would expect from a top finalist from last year. I know Gio really, really wants to take it all this year. He's been working so hard, putting in the work in DAS Masters and everything else. We'll see how he resolves this overhang. Gets one piece. Now T would have perfectly done it, but taps to take the burn and still get the Tetris.
It was just 2 pieces. He is 6 Tetrises ahead, so he doesn't need to play hyper aggressive. He can just, at this point, kinda chill.
I liked that adjustment with the line piece to put it in column 9 and then build up.
7 Tetris lead now even.
Yes, and Tim is stuck digging, so it's just more opportunity for Gio to build his lead, and a dirty Tetris for Gio.
A small fun fact, last year I was like, Gio is kind of like the technician. He does so many fancy adjustments, movements, and all of them. Like, just for the LPs here again, he saw next up OPs and was like, okay, let's just flip the LPs here. Guess the spin as well.
What an adjustment there.
The
Wow.
amazing thing is, he's playing safer than last year.
Oh.
He's doing less crazy stuff, but it's still, you watch him and you're like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, wow. And the thing is, like, Tim isn't even playing badly here. Like, his score isn't bad. It's just that Gio has been so efficient.
Yeah, and now Joey having 2 smokes in this deck is going to be a bit of burning, but he has 180k, nearly 8 Tetris lead here for Georgie. T-spin, just casual T-spin here to clean up the well. Tim being in a lot of trouble here after that T-piece hang.
Yeah, that was a very dangerous board state for Tim. Got the emergency Tetris to get back down to temporary safety, but has the transition coming up in just 10 lines. So he cannot transition with a board this high and have much chance of survival. He wants to get this down quick.
Yeah, we had Jesper in a high board as well last game, but he had like a clean stack underneath. So he was just high, but not in danger. For Tim, this is high and too many holes to properly handle. He's getting a bit lower, so this is now somewhat 19 playable.
Yes.
But still, he needs good pieces now.
He needs one more good piece, and he does get something perfect square for the left. he can survive this if he gets good pieces. Nice pole vault with the line piece, and looks like he will survive.
Yeah, LJ is in and is now open, so he survived. 8 Tetrises behind those, so a nice, amazing position in terms of lead here for Joji.
Yeah.
But Tim is in, and Joji can also always top out on 19. We have had that before, not likely, but for Tim, just stay in, continue playing, and you still have a chance.
Yeah, although Gio is going to make it harder and harder for Tim to have any possibility of winning, even if Gio were to top out now, just every single Tetris puts Tim in a deeper hole, and Tim is on the verge of topping out here if he doesn't get a long bar right away. And it's not coming. Oh! The long bar comes just 1 or 2 pieces too late.
Joji just not modeling, topping out so that he can start game 3 as soon as possible. In the top match, we currently have about a 1 Tetris lead for Jesper, and we are on a projection to like 500, 600k transitions, so 2 high scoring games here on top going on between Jesper and Adam. Yes, both players not getting a bar here for some time, so yeah, here's now the drought counter, and the bar just immediately arrive. This is something that I ask a lot of people who I cast with. When do you consider a drought to be like a genuine drought? Because you see like up 14, 15 for example, so often that I'm always like anything under 20 pieces is like just something you get 5 times a game.
Yeah, so I guess the technical definition of a drought in this game I've heard, and I could agree with, is anything over 15, because that's the maximum you would get in 7 bag. Like the line pieces being the maximum distance apart in 2 consecutive bags. So anything beyond that, that drought is unique to NES Tetris and wouldn't appear in modern guideline versions. But we're so used to droughts in NES Tetris, we kind of prepare for 15 long droughts all the time.
Yeah.
So when I think it starts becoming like a lot, even for a Tetris player, it depends on the situation, but yeah, around in the early 20s is when it really starts to feel like you haven't gotten something in a long time. And meanwhile, Jesper's stack is just tuckalicious right now, multiple tucks, getting everything stable. So is it the same for you? You consider somewhere in the 20s?
Exactly, early 20s, like 22, 23 is when I'm playing, like, where's the effing long bar? Yeah. And I guess it's the same for most players, and people who I've asked, they're always like, yeah, early 20s.
Yeah. I'd say the worst type of drought to experience for me, beyond the long bar drought, is when you have a specific board situation where you need a piece with 2 units on the bottom that you can clear away something in a skim, oftentimes in a dig, where you get droughted on the L, J, and square at the same time.
That's so much worse.
Because you feel like, oh, that piece should come like almost half the time.
It's like a 50% chance.
Yes, and it still doesn't come. But yeah, all these players doing a great job cleaning up their boards. Tim has a little bit of traffic, should be able to get out of it, and actually does have the lead over Gio, surprisingly, early in this match.
Also talking early, Jesper's transitioning into 19, so the 19 position just happened for Jesper, and it's neck and neck, 3,500 points difference in the transition here, so both players just trying to, now go for Tetrises and finally put extra pressure on the opponent. Let's see who will be able to pull ahead here. Jesper and Adam both need to burn a few lines here. Adam is most likely open earlier, but he doesn't get the pieces he needs, which means the route is not approaching. Okay. So Jesper is clean, Adam is clean. About to Tetris lead here currently for Jesper. Well, immediately closed by Adam. And Joji, as he is going for column 8 Tetris here. So both players clean at the top match now.
Oh, nice getting that Z piece, I think, S or Z, all the way over for Jesper to clutch out that Tetris. Oh my gosh, and just again, Jesper maintaining the 72,000, now 45,000 point lead, playing immaculately, and this is what he needs to do to take down the former world champ. Would love to go up 2-0 here. Ooh, wow, 2 consecutive tucks, but is now in huge danger. This is going to be really tough to dig out of.
Yeah,
Gonna need perfect stuff.
He gets a few burns in at least. Looks like,
Whoa!
Time for the double. Nice double adjustment, but T-piece doesn't go over to the right. Losing that on the next piece. Jesper jumping out. 1.5 Tetrises for Adam to go. Adam also somewhat high, but he has easy ways to clean this up. Gets low in the stack, and yeah, he can line this out.
Yes.
Tetris and some change, level 23. So no pressure on Adam's shoulders. He knows, hey, I just need to play clean and I win this. In the meantime, Joji nearly 3 Tetris ahead here of Tim, and both, still before 100 lines, so there's still quite a lot of 18 to go between Tim and Joji. So half a Tetris to go for Adam. As I said, he's just gonna clean this up, play this safely, no pressure on his shoulders. He's like, okay, I can line this out and I will line this out.
Yeah, Adam's a pro. He knows what to do.
He's been playing in so many tournaments, he just knows what to do. He has like the game feel that you need. Just
and 0.01 Tetrises.
And he did it. So it's now 1-1 in this best of 5 here. The bottom match, 100 lines, so level 19 is coming up soon. 2.5 to 3 Tetris lead here for Joji. Tim needs to burn a few lines here. Once again, in a bit of a troublesome-ish situation before. Level 19, similar to what we had in game number 2, just much easier to clean up, so Tim should be able to get a safe transition in this time. I say he's building up for a too high Tetris. Well, okay, he does get the Tetris. Nice Tetris here for Tim, and about 3 Tetrises to go before level 19. But Joji also now close and needs to clean this up. Only like 3 or 4 burns here. Let's see if he does get the pieces required for them. Yeah, looks like he does. What was the T-piece for Joji here? I feel like that was totally misflipped, but the deck is mostly clean here. LJ dependency. And of course the LJ pieces don't arrive in time, so closed. Bit of a dirty-ish. Actually, it does get fully open. Perfect. Joji open, transitioned. Oh, but look at Tim.
Oh, he gets that long bar just in time.
Yeah, I want to say if he doesn't get that bar, this could be it, but he got the bar in time and is now getting low on this deck, cleaning this up.
Ooh, 2 squares in a row. That was not helpful, but he does get the bars to burn down afterwards.
Also nice LPs here, so nearly fully cleaned again. Jesper a bit high, but does get the long bar perfect.
But yeah, Tim is going to need to play aggressive here if he wants any chance of taking this to game 4.
Yeah, 4.5 Tetrises here behind Joji. And we're on level 19. Joji is not looking like he wants to slow down his aggression at all, so next Tetris is going to Joji. Tim is also trying to go for Tetrises here, is now set up, waiting for the next bar, getting the bar at Tetris to Tim. Could have adjusted for that S-piece here, but didn't do it in time, so he just placed the T-piece in the first position. Wasn't optimal, but better than taking risks and topping out.
Jesper will see how he attacks this overhang. Doesn't get the perfect skim, but it does open up his Tetris well, and he gets a Tetris to take back the lead versus Adam. Adam's going to take it right back with his Tetris. Jesper looking over to see the score. Meanwhile, Gio just pouring it on here. Does have to do a little bit of burning, but it barely matters with this big a lead. And Tim just going to need some magic out of a hat here to have a chance against last year's runner-up. Trying his best. He's playing aggressive. Ooh, that was so aggressive. Gonna need a long bar quick.
But he needs that aggression. He has 5.5 Tetrises behind Joji, which is over 20 lines. So even if Joji tops out now, Tim gets all Tetrises. Seems until like 26, 27. So he needs to play aggressive. Oh, this could be it for... Yeah, this is it for Tim.
Tough play by Tim. He knew the situation. He was trying to go all out aggressive, and unfortunately the RNG will only allow that for so long. And Gio with a dominant sweep against 666 Tim.
Many games we had 200k plus leads, and will mullen out the last game. Trying to go for it, max out here most likely. Level 26, 854, so should be easily doable here for Joji. In the upper match in the meantime, we are past the halfway point of 18, 298, 272. Only a Tetris difference, so it's neck and neck basically up there. Or as we say in German, Schneck an Schneck.
All right, Gio looking to close out this max out here. Has just 2 Tetrises to go. There's one. Oh, actually a little bit more than 1 Tetris. Will get the max out, and ooh, had to quick tap there, trying to maintain that perfect stack. Does get just 5,000 points away. One more Tetris will do it. He's looking to do it in style. One more Tetris before the kill screen. And there it is. Oh, no!
He doesn't get the bar over. He hang it. Still possible. He does get the next one over. Quick taps it over. And Joji does the max out in style.
Oh my goodness. What a moment to clutch out that max out. Even if the game ultimately does not count as more of a victory, it's still cool to show off their skills as a preview of what Gio's opponents might have to expect in the next round.
Yeah, earlier we talked a bit, like we as in me and some staff people talked about how many max outs do you think we will see in the matches today? And this was the first one here on CT2. Many more to come. So we're also close to the transition here in game number 3 between Jesper and Adam. It's a 1-1. And Jesper's like a 2.5 Tetris lead here against Adam, so it's still pretty close with a bit of a favor for Jesper.
Jesper just waiting for that bar. Where is it? He's not able to capitalize on all of Adam's burning here. Where's our drought counter? Now this is what you mentioned. This feels like a drought, even though I didn't think it didn't even show up. Maybe it didn't reach that. Okay, so the drought shows up on Adam's side.
Yeah.
We're seeing Adam go through that same drought.
Yep. For some reason it only shows on like player 2 and player 1 side. I don't know why, but it was a 22-piece drought. Yeah, so we were like, okay, at like early 20s it starts to feel like a drought. It was early 20s.
Yes, yeah.
And we're close to the transition here as Jesper 539.
Oh no, Jesper in a little bit of trouble.
He does get the bar.
Oh,
Nice.
simul Tetrises.
Yeah.
And simulcasting of the simul Tetrises.
Yeah, double simul you could say. Quadruple. And we have 547, we had 539, so what an 80,000 point lead here for Jesper in the transition, which is 3.5 Tetrises.
And Adam trying to make this comeback here. Does get a Tetris, but has a little bit of traffic in his board. A little bit of Swiss cheese.
No, it's Polish cheese.
Polish cheese, right.
But was able to get out of that small situation. Nice skim here on Adam's side. Now having a long body dependency in column 3. And the bar doesn't fall down for some time, but now it is here.
Yeah, and Jesper's going to get a Tetris, just continuing to build up this lead.
Keep the line difference in mind. It's over 10 lines.
That is true. So it still is a lead, but the true lead, I guess pace lead, is a little bit less.
He had a 3.5 Tetris pace lead in transition, and taking lines into consideration, it's actually a bit smaller now. It's like a 2.5 Tetris pace lead.
Indeed.
Good pieces here now for Adam to build up the Tetris well again, getting the bar. So getting closer once again here. As Jesper needs to burn a few lines, has a hole in the stack, needs burns on the left side, starting to burn it down slowly but surely. Now bar for column 8 needed here for Jesper. Doesn't get it in time, opens it up again. Okay, now bar for Jesper to burn. Not for Tetrises, just burns. And it's 763 versus 622. Adam also in a troublesome position here. He doesn't get the tug.
Oh my goodness. Adam is getting the pieces he needs to survive this. Oh my goodness. That dirty triple, and Adam is back down to safety.
Yeah, he did it. Amazingly well played here by Adam. Still reminds me of like the insane stuff we saw back in 2022 by Adam. You know exactly what part I mean.
Oh yes. That was a dig for the ages. But this dig may not matter if Jesper can close this out strong. He is on the verge of putting Adam out of reach here with that. Oh no! And that might be the game right there. If Jesper cannot get a long bar, he has no burn options. Oh no!
He doesn't get the quick tap. No, that would have been a double, which would have at least put him lower, but he didn't manage to get it, which means Adam has about 26 lines to clean, to end this game. 2 Tetrises left to go. He can do it. He needs to play quite aggressive, but it should be doable.
Yeah, he does not have a clean board, but he has plenty of time to burn it back down, and now it is clean again. He just needs 2 Tetrises. Now, it is not guaranteed, He needs to stack it perfectly. Okay, there's one. So I don't think he can line this out. He does need a triple or two.
But he has 8 lines to set up a Tetris at least.
Yes. Oh, but the Tetris is not coming. That's only a triple. That does get him most of the way there. So he has to set up dirty. If he gets droughted, that could be costly. He does have the Tetris set up, just waiting for the bar.
And he does get the bars! So Tetris and 2-1 for Adam. Clutching it out here. And setting up for style, and getting the style. 8-43 for Adam. Taking game number 3.
And you can see on Jesper's face, he's frustrated. He knows that he had the Tetris set up and just missed it. One or two more Tetrises would have basically put it out of reach for Adam. Jesper just wasn't able to get them. So that is a pivotal game 3. Now Adam is on the verge of advancing, but there's still an opportunity for Jesper to come back. And Adam knows he's already locked in. He's ready for the next game.
He's always locked in. And if Adam manages to win the next game in terms of seeding, it's going to be a huge upset. Seed 28 winning against seed 5.
Yes, although we know that Adam on a normal day would be a much higher seed. So this is sort of the reason why you qualify, because it's the first phase of the tournament. If you don't have a good performance in quals, it does punish you, as Adam has been sort of punished here with a very strong opponent this early in the tournament for him.
Not only that, but also many matches in total. He had played 2 before, one against, actually 3 before. One against Jelena, one against Eliva, and one against SV. So this is already his 4th match here in this tournament.
Uh-oh, and Jesper just gonna commit to the triple there.
And now he needs to clean up only 2 lines to burn. But this could allow Adam to build up an early lead here. Let's see. No, okay, Adam also has to close the world here, so it's still neck and neck. Adam using a few lines here to get open again. Hopefully only one burn away. Yeah, okay. He did it, and we have about a neck and neck now. Okay, 79, 77 at the same lines.
Oh, interesting setup for Adam. He does clear it away with a double. I don't know if that was the most efficient option there, but it did work out as far as keeping things clean.
Yeah, and Adam Geno is quite the efficient player. So maybe it was. Misses the spin though. You can see Jesper also need to burn a few lines here. Neck and neck. 112, 107. And game number 4, match point for Adam. But of course, you mentioned like the huge bracket that we have. We have a double elimination, which means whoever loses the match is still having a second chance. Over on, I believe the next round is still CT3, CT4.
Jesper looking a little frustrated after, I guess, what looked like maybe a misdrop, having to do a little bit more burns up at the top of the screen. Does have things open now.
Here's the drought, 24 pieces already. Okay, 26 piece drought. Quite manageable still.
That was uncomfortable though. He was getting high up with a jagged board. Now has a long bar dependency in the center. Is not going to be able to get a Tetris with it. It will only be a triple, but does clean up the board, does get back open. Adam, meanwhile, locked in, clean board, ready for the Tetris. Has a half Tetris lead so far, so it's basically schneck and schneck.
Gets the next bar into Tetris for Jesper, 196 against 185.
But now Adam's the one with a hole in his board. He's going to be stuck digging at the top for a while. Just has to burn all this stuff out of the way. No danger for him, but does cost him maybe a Tetris or 2 in available lines.
But he played this quite efficiently. Like the dig was quickly, it didn't cost like anything extra.
It didn't extend, beyond what it needed to be.
So well played here by Adam, and we're about halfway done. 242, 216. It's actually not that high scoring of a game here for both of these players. The seed hasn't been the kindest here. We can see in the Tetris rate 50 and 47%.
Yes, so these players are given the same pieces out of fairness so that one player won't get screwed over by the number of bars or a crazy O-burst or anything else like that. Both players will have to go through the same experience. So it is as fair as we can reasonably get it, as a measure of how they handle this set of random pieces where they don't know what's coming next.
Exactly. Like in theory, of course, you can done an infinite amount of combinations. There's, I don't know how many different we have. In theory, you could learn all of them.
In theory,
no.
although 7 times, I don't know how many pieces are in this typical game to 29, but it's in the hundreds. So 7 to the power of 500 or however many it is. It's going to be a lot of seeds you got to memorize.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, in like the OG Tetris version, which some tournaments use, some don't. Like there is, like you could in theory play perfect and get the exact pieces that you need.
Oh no! And Jesper's on the verge of topping out here. His tournament is on the his match is on the line here. He needs a long bar now.
Give him the bar.
Oh no!
No!
Oh, and the bar comes one piece too late.
It's always like that. It's always like Tetris is like, I know what you need, but I don't give it to you. And yeah, here's the 3-1 for Adam. Adam wins against Jesper.
That is brutal. Such a momentum change so quickly. Jesper was ahead so big in the third game there. It looked like he was going to go up 2-1, and then that one missed Tetris changed the whole momentum of the match.